Is that following me? You following me right now?
How you looking? Look at him.
Yeah. Bro, I feel like the vets have so much more swag than us, bro.
Oh, that's gonna show all regardless.
Hit the feed word. Bam! Bam!
Either way, you gotta get to it.
Assemble!
Let's go, playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3, playmakers.
I don't play with it, I'm just saying I'm clutching dangerous. You ain't made for this in my zone, no one can phase it. I'm acting brainless, don't try to tame me, I'm too gone. Who gon' stop it? Crew got fight like Rocky, long range snipe like Brody. Ain't no flex, I'm ballin'.
We're all feeding off each other's energy, like offense or defense, making good plays, so it's a great environment to be in.
Receivers out there to do our job, you know, that's everybody.
Feel a little intensity in the air about how good we are.
Oh, come on! Come on, Mike!
Going Cali, we the best now. Late nights, early morning, I'll be stressed out. Strength pressed now, I can never dress down. Quit the talking if you ain't gon' put a bet down. Tell me now.
We mic'd up.
Huh?
I'm mic'd up.
Just to let you know, I got one on.
Rookie mistake by not telling us he's mic'd up.
He said, if I'm going down, all you going down with me.
Jake, I like that, Jake!
Wait, sound and speed, is that right? Sound and speed, action.
Training camp is all about building chemistry.
Like I got 12 over here or something.
You mic'd up.
Ooh, one of y'all is mic'd up.
Anybody mic'd up?
Let me find out you mic'd up.
I would've told you right earlier than more.
By the end, you're brothers.
Nah, you're crazy.
It's clean, it's clean.
But at the end of the day, not everyone makes it to week 1.
My dad was always pretty hard on me academically. You know, coming where he came from Romania, he kind of preached academic stats just because that's how he became successful.
Get to know the Princeton wide receiver. He is not only great on the football field, he is an amazing track athlete, a 3-time Ivy League heptathlon champion. He's really good.
The goal was always to go to Stanford, but I didn't have many offers coming out of high school. I had 2 offers, just Princeton and Dartmouth, no FBS offers, so Princeton was the best option for me just based on the coaching and just the vibe that I got from them. Coming where I came from, obviously Hawaii to Princeton is a huge transition for me. I was never really a highly recruited guy, so I always felt like I had a chip on my shoulder to just keep working and keep my head down and grind no matter kind of like how hard times got for me. And that's something that just kept me going. I think I have a lot more room to grow as a receiver, so coming into somewhere where you have a great offensive mind like Joe Burrow and, you know, great vets like TB, T, and Jamar, I think is a perfect place for me to end up in.
As a rookie, you could never get enough experience before the season. And when you get your opportunity, it's time to show out.
Maybe the winds of change blowing here in Washington.
Last one, put it on tape. Get his money on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is where the evaluation process begins. This is the final roster spots in the 53-man roster. And their last chance is tonight against the Commanders.
Let's go, boy.
You know it.
Swings the right leg and thwack. We are underway.
Now it's a chance to lay eyes one more time on some guys that could really make a difference. Reset on 4th downs, as good as a pick. It's a turnover on downs. The entire Bengals defense converging, including Battle.
Good job, GJ.
So the Bengals take over with a good drive start, their own 39-yard line.
Browning looks, throwing the go route down the sideline. That's caught Iosivas.
Browning looks like he's been throwing to Iosivas for a while.
Bengals are in the red zone.
It's one thing to have a great camp, but as a receiver, you gotta prove you can score if you want to be one of the 53.
Browning looks, he's got Iosivas, leaps and makes the catch for a Cincinnati touchdown.
A leaping catch, touchdown, and Andrei Iosivas is doing the gritty.
Congrats, brother.
Hey, let me get the ball.
Iosivas, 6'3", 205, can run, can jump. It's crazy.
The gritty was all right. Yeah.
All the draft picks, seeing what they got, you know, they wouldn't be here if they didn't believe they could play. I think that's a key, is watching them just go out there and bust their tails.
Everybody win.
Let's go.
Talk to him.
Let's go. From under pressure, he is sacked by Raymond Johnson. Another enormous play from an enormous man.
Let's pick somebody, go get him.
Hell yeah, baby.
Cutdown day is just a few days away for the Bengals. It's these moments that could make a big difference here if you're trying to make the roster, making good decisions.
Commanders are going to try to pin the Bengals.
Simeon's been excellent on this drive and hands off to Jacob Sailors, who breaks through at the 40. Broken under tackle inside the 30 to 25.
Fakes left, throws it deep, and it is batted around and picked off in the end zone by Washington.
End zone interception right there. And it comes at a very inopportune time. Yeah, you don't want to put your team in jeopardy.
And the preseason will come to an end.
That's it. So Zach Taylor makes his way out to Ron Rivera.
Hey, this is my boy right here. What's good, bro? Hey, good to see you. Thanks, bro.
Touchdown, bro.
Hey, that was it.
My first NFL touchdown, it was cool, you know. I mean, it definitely was an awesome feeling, you know, just catching the ball in the end zone, celebrating with my teammates, and it's just something that I want to just keep going because, you know, that feeling is something that you can never get over. That's the reason why I play football, to score touchdowns, and I just want to continue doing that for a long time.
So I just want to congratulate you on making the 53. Just know, I say congratulations because it's an honor. Never take it for granted. Once there's not a chip, once you become complacent, then it's over.
Well, because my dad, like, he moved from Romania, like, all he thought about was just giving, like, a better life for his kids than he got for himself, so it's like his dream watching us grow and just be successful.
You gotta just keep working. I think you've grown throughout the preseason, and when your number's called, you're ready to go.
Making a team is just the first step, but after that, it becomes a championship or bust mentality.
The sheet that Steve gave you are some names that we have some regard for either the present or the future.
So I had Sidney Jones, Mike Thomas,
Alan George, Dominique Davis,
the three wideouts,
Jeffrey Gunter, and Hayward, Hudson, our tight end,
Jackson Kirkland, Gilliam. I think he would help us.
Cutdowns are always bittersweet. For some, opportunity might be elsewhere. For others, making a squad is a dream come true, whether you're a first-round pick or seventh.
DJ. Hey, I just want to call you and tell you that, you know, you made the squad. You know, the beginning was getting drafted here, and then you came in here and proved that it was a good decision, and I'm excited for you. Everybody is happy for DJ because they know how hard he's worked for it, and he's literally improved each week. You know, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of inconsistency with people that are new, rookies or whatnot, but I think he's headed in the right direction. All you have to do is get an opportunity to get in and then take advantage of that opportunity, and you have to continue to earn that. So we always say in our room, you know, what got you here will keep you here.
I think this year just you know, I thought our 90-man roster was as strong as it's ever been, and so obviously that leads to more difficult decisions there for the final 53. You meet upstairs, you know, for the last really 3 days since the game with Duke and his staff and ownership, and make sure everyone's voice can be heard on how everybody feels about the roster and where we need to end up. And at the end of the day, always get on the same page and feel really good about, you know, the 53 guys that made the team. Okay, guys. Hey, we got 6 captains, 3 on offense, 3 on defense. On offense, we got Ted Karras. Yeah. Joe Mixon. Joe Burrow got a few votes.
Where's Joe Burrow's contract extension?
Well, listen, this requires advanced planning.
And so the question is, how much?
Everybody else got signed. Everybody else in his position has signed a contract. Well, there's no question on Burrow.
We would agree, you and I, that Joe Burrow is the heart of the football team.
We have a number of guys we would like to have long-term, and we'll see if we can get it worked out.
That's an upstairs thing, fortunately for me. I get to focus on the team and the locker room. And
beyond that, I don't have any updates.
I have agreed that we are not going to talk publicly about the negotiations with Joe Burrow.
It's very simple for me. Just move forward and make sure this team's ready to play.
Yeah, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be my whole career. We're working towards making that happen. You know, you've seen what the front office has done and what Zach has done in their time here, and you know, I'm a small part of that, and you know, I'm excited to be a part of that, and we have the best fans, and so this is where I want to be.
My first few years as a Bengal, I had seen a lot.
I'm the same guy each and every week, no matter what the numbers say.
I faced adversity, and I felt success.
On 4th and 12, it's a 49-yard touchdown, and the Bengals lead.
But in that time, I've never seen anything like Joe.
Here comes the quarterback, Burrow, looking for a block, and it's into the end zone. Touchdown!
Joe Burrow's first NFL touchdown.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, Nine. That's what I'm talking about.
He's being chased, and Burrow dives. Touchdown!
Burrow dials it up.
Touchdown!
This pass over the middle. It is caught.
Unreal.
And that is coffin nail.
Just put it in my hands, Trey. It's over.
You know, at the end of the day, it'll come when it comes.
Breaking news, Joe Burrow
is staying in Cincinnati, and his contract extension will reportedly make him the highest paid player in NFL history.
Being a leader is natural for Joe. That's part of the reason why he is the highest paid player in the league.
All right, Joe. Happy for you. Happy for the team.
Yeah, this is exciting.
It is exciting.
Very exciting. Hey, appreciate it.
Well, we're happy to have this done and look forward to a lot of good years ahead.
Yeah,
and
lots of them.
We'll start tomorrow.
Yeah, excited for it.
And now, Mr. Ohio is here to stay.
Well, the culture that we've built here is second to none. We have a culture that's very unique, and it starts up here and goes down to Zach, and that trickles into the locker room, and it's a culture of unity and friendship and people enjoying being around each other. It's a very unique relationship that we all have, and so that's very exciting for me.
It's always exciting and rewarding to see the players, get deals like this, and you see the work that they put in, and you appreciate that, and I always knew that this would get done, and so excited that it did, and I thought everybody handled the process the right way.
As soon as I met with Zach at the Combine, I saw his vision immediately. There were a lot of people in the room as well, Mr. Brown, Katie, Troy, everybody, and the vision was very clear, and so after that meeting, I was bought in.
The contract's done. What are we going to go do now?
Play football.
In the AFC North, there is discussion that this is the toughest division in football.
Some of the rivalries over the years in this division have been nasty.
You know these division battles are going to come down to the last play.
And this rough rivalry renewed today.
It's 248 miles to the city up north. But our history with Cleveland is much longer than that. Because when we see these guys, it's always been on site.
Touchdown, Jamar Chase. Touchdown.
Cincinnati scoops it up.
The middle is Myles Garrett.
The rivalry that was born before the Cincinnati Bengals even existed.
They're a really good team. They just have great players all around, so it's always a challenge when you go up against those guys.
I know a lot of people are counting us out. We feel like with the guys we brought in, we won't lose a beat. What better way to see where we are early in Cleveland? We won.
There's also the excitement element that comes into effect once you step on the field against an opponent, and it's the real game.
I know I haven't won over there, and I've been hearing about how the rivalry and stuff goes on, so I'm excited for it.
We both know what time it is, and I think our whole defense and their offense knows what time it is, so it's just going to be a competitive battle and a fun matchup all around.
And we're ready for our headliner tonight. All the way from Cincinnati, Ohio. Give it up for the Road Warrior, Michael Turner, everybody.
There they are, my two fans.
My name is Michael Turner. I'm a stand-up comedian. I live in LA, but born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm 11 years in being a stand-up comedian. I'm out in LA pursuing my dreams, but I've always loved the Bengals so much, and I was like, how can I combine those two things? And so I decided this year to go and coordinate a tour where every city that the Bengals have a road game in, I'm going to be doing a stand-up comedy show the night before each game, and then before each game at the tailgate, I'm going to be messing with the fans and getting some footage like that, and then putting that up on all my social medias and calling it the Road Warrior Tour. Figured combine the two things I love the most, comedy and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we're starting the comedy tour off here in Cleveland. The first stop, Mahal's. They knew that I was from Cincinnati. They didn't want to set me up for all the success, so they threw me in a room attached to a bowling alley that also has a cocktail lounge in the basement. But you know what? They didn't realize that I grew up across Gate Lanes, okay? In Blue Ash. I rolled a 200 one time. If you see my stand-up, you'll see that I'm very conversational. I'm very quick-witted and off the cuff.
It's a beautiful place you have here. Not really. I walk by the lake. There's a beach. What are you guys trying to do there?
I like talking a little smack. And so with that, I've also been a Bengals fan my whole life. And that comes with having thick skin and talking a little smack back.
Even when the trip is short, you gotta look your best. Whether you're on a 30-minute flight or a 4-hour drive, it's best to show your stripes.
Here we are, beginning of the season, week 1 against the city up north. On our way to the game. You know, and I was just that normal guy, normal fan that go to the games with the jersey and the ball cap and, you know, just have fun with it and, you know, support the team. And my daughter one day said, hey, let's put some face paint on. When I smile, I look like a freak. I'm just letting you know.
I'm okay with it.
It's our time, believe! Roar!
So welcome to Tony's Tiger Lair. So this is one of my pride and joys. One of the things I love to do to support the team. I love the memorabilia that you can get from them. Big autograph guy. So I like a lot of jerseys, as you can see, being signed. I've been collecting 15 years or so. Probably the last 6-7 years, I've really kind of went overboard. I'm surprised I'm still married. Surprised the wife hasn't divorced me yet, because I tell her I'm going to expand the room, because I'm running out of room to put stuff, but it's what I like to do. It's funny, this book is by Jeff Seuss and Rick Pender. It was the Cincinnati Bengals Illustrated Timeline. So I am there in the Bengal fan section. So that was actually the Super Bowl picture that someone took there at SoFi. Now there is tons of Bengal fans. I'm just one of them, but to be recognized like this is pretty awesome. It's pretty humbling, and you know, I use this platform for all kinds of things and be able to do charity work and take kids to their first football games and that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. Just recently came back from Florida from Hurricane Idalia. Did a lot of devastation down there. I work for the local utility company, Duke Energy. Been with them for 21 years. It's a great feeling when, just not myself, but my peers, when we go down there and help them restore power. And then that moment when you energize that line and you see the lights go on, it's just a great feeling. It actually still gives me chills today, even after 21 years, being able to help people and be able to provide that service. You know, if you're a Bengals fan, you've been in the highs and the lows, but it's a commitment that you make to the team, to the organization, to the fans. And I'm always going to be there for them to be able to pull everybody together and to root for one thing, and it's pretty cool to see.
Honestly, I've been talking a lot of smack to the Browns fans. I respect this move. You guys are going to beat teams this year 3 points at a time.
He's not only an elite kicker, he's a good person. Watch his interview after the Broncos game winner. I'm telling you.
There you go. That's what you want. When you don't have a winning team, you're like, honestly, he's just a good character guy. When's the last time you felt good about this team?
Right now.
right now. It ain't never happened before. This is the first time.
Right now.
About 6-7 people this year, we're going to get these W's. Hey, protect this man. You've never seen more optimism.
Let's go Browns!
Let's go Browns. Go Browns, baby. Than a Browns fan before week 1.
We are in Cleveland today for the Battle of Ohio.
The Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
Man, we back. Week 1, Battle of Ohio.
Cameron, that many plays gonna be made. Everything you got, 60 minutes. Everything you got, 60 minutes, baby.
It starts with us, it ends with us, it's win! Touchdown 3, 1, 2, 3, touch. Hey, man, game 1. Game 1! And pulls our wheel right here, man, right now. Let's go. Let's go set the tempo. I'm the Dico. I'm me. Project Shoot.
Yeah, it's wet. It actually was raining fairly hard just a few minutes ago. Now it's more of a mist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Let's go, dog. Let them feel you.
We back, Troy. We back.
A fever pitch here in Cleveland, and thwack, the ball is kicked high into the air.
Joe Burrow, new contract.
He's in the shotgun with Joe Mixon to his right on 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Open up for the pass. Burrow here's he throws. And he floats it incomplete. There's the pressure from
Cleveland is just ripping up the football field.
Burrow, the ball slips out of his hand.
He just lost it. And that ball got away from him.
First drive, anxiety, that's all. Just a little anxiety. That's all it is.
Bengals will start with their nickel defense on the field. Play action fake to Chubb. Watson hit by Pratt.
Jermaine Pratt, first man there.
I got you. I promise you I got you. Hey, the next one was big in.
3rd down and 11. Watson drops back to throw. Cincinnati sends a blitz. Watson is pulled down by the foot by B.J. Hill.
Yes, sir.
Shut that boy up!
Got a dose of really good defense to open up on both sides.
And the rain has really picked up now here in downtown Cleveland.
This is the hardest the rain has come down so far this afternoon. And there is a wind factor as well.
What it feeling like out there? That feels slick. It ain't too crazy. The ball just super wet. Yeah.
Tyler Boyd trying to get to the spot. He's a yard short.
You got that ball wet as yeah.
Drop the snap. They give it to him anyway. And he makes something out of nothing but coughs up the football. Fumble. And recovered by the Bengals. Aluzier.
Go, Joe.
Mixon, his third carry and his best of the day.
Knocks over a defensive back.
Carries some defenders with him for a first down.
Come on, Max. Come on, boy.
Hands it to Mixon. Another hole right side. Joe's at the 40, running to the 45, the 50.
Joe Mixon into Browns territory.
We're talking about Mix.
Joe catches the shotgun snap. Looking, throwing deep for T. Higgins. And he can't make a one-handed catch at the 10-yard line.
Watson looking for it himself, and he's got it! Touchdown, Browns!
Bengals will have to rally from a 10-point deficit.
Stereotypical AFC North game, right?
Yeah.
Both defenses playing well. That's not an issue for either side.
Empty backfield for Watson. Catches a chest-high snap. Here comes Hendrickson, and he's got a sack. Bengals trying to get on the scoreboard here in the third quarter, trailing by 10.
So, Evan McPherson time for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And it is good. Cleveland's ball at the 25 with a 10-3 lead.
Sorry about that.
Take the handoff. Watson twirls. Out of trouble. Throws. Intercepted.
Dax Hill has the ball, running up the near sideline, and he goes out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
Cincinnati ready for it. Hill in just his second year. The interception by Dax Hill has given the Bengals the ball at midfield, down by 7. Cincinnati, once again, outstanding field position. What can they do with it?
And Mixon's got no chance.
Burrow feels the rush, and he just tosses it at the feet of Herb Smith Jr.
Looks to throw, flings it deep for T. Higgins. Knocked away at the last second. The kick is up, and it is wide right.
There's no excuses. It's obviously not very good today, so we got to be better. You know, stuff like this happens. Nobody's panicking in here, guys. It's week 1 doesn't define anybody's season. Obviously, not very good out there, but anybody that watched saw that. But we've been in this spot before. We've come back stronger and had great years, so that's what we're going to do.
We came into this game with a 1-0 mentality. It's not always perfect out there, but tomorrow we turned the page.
Yeah, it was frustrating to watch, you know, because there's so much anticipation around week 1. You know, to not take advantage of some of the opportunities we had on offense and special teams was just frustrating.
Yeah, there's always conditions. I mean, we're in the freaking AFC North, so, like, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the conditions because this is what I signed up for, and this is, you know, the division I want to be in. So
it's the way of the NFL. There's going to be adversity. There's up and downs of every season, and you can't let a slow start define you. You got to continue to keep grinding and keep getting better each week.
Yesterday was just a real challenge for us, and that's all it was. And so we'll make the corrections and we'll move on.
Come on, Elizabeth, you didn't see that? I mean, I think I'm going to press first. Come on. I mean, back off a little bit.
Oh my God.
Back off a little bit, Elizabeth.
I did not run through the credits.
That's the only shot they could have gotten. I was eating it for like 20 minutes.